What's the crackling noise going on there?
Oh, that's the rain hitting the.
What?
That's the rain hitting the air conditioner.
Yeah, I thought you were like raking leaves or something.
Oh no.
Stop doing your chores. We got something to do here.
It does give nice ambience though to the show.
People think I'm like poor living outside.
All right, here we go.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims.
This week on a podcast from beneath, it's our Thanksgiving Day episode. As always, I'm here with Billy. How's it going, sir?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. And Mr. Poe, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, man. We got Billy back. Billy's back, everyone.
He's been gone for so long.
I know.
I thought I was gonna have to like pencil him out of the new logo.
Oh no.
I was just gonna scrape him out. You know what I'm saying? Like
You should just put like a bag of trash.
I was gonna like just scrape it like you do your yearbook photos.
There you
Or
go.
like have what it has on the cover of looks like Aaron's about to like push me. Have him like push me into like a thing of spikes. Like, well, he's dead.
I'm gonna get a picture of William Von Graham's face and just put it over top of your face.
Yeah.
Look like a Scotch tape it on there. No, good to have you back. You I didn't really mention a lot of it, but you're in the middle of moving, and of course, you know, you had to wait to get moved in, internet access, all that stuff. So
That's right.
you just had you a little nice vacation from the show for a little bit, which is fine. We did miss you though a lot. My brother was asking about you, so.
What do you say? Where's that cool guy at?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, "Man, these shows are really going downhill since Billy left."
You stepped it up.
We're trying.
Oh man.
That's why you record sound bites of me. So if I ever go on, you just like press a button. Like,
Yeah,
Billy's still here.
Just have a soundboard, and it just says Roger Corman every time I hit it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Titties, Roger Corman.
There you go. Speaking of titties, tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So this is going to be our special Thanksgiving Day episode. We have a real winner lined up, but we'll get to that later.
Yes, we will.
What I would like to start off with first, stole this idea from another show. I'm going to give some shout outs to some people here. I recently made a profile for the show on the Slasher app. If you don't have the Slasher app, check it out. It's basically Facebook for horror fans. So it's a lot of people who like horror talking about horror movies, and you don't get as many as the so many likes and this kid will be cured of cancer or something. You don't get a lot of that stuff on there. And
Well,
then
you get
Jesus
real
isn't on
people.
here a lot either. Yeah.
Yeah, you get real people. That's the thing about these social media apps. You get so many, like, you know, I guess fake accounts and, you know.
Right. And
all that stuff.
I have yet to see the meme of the lady screaming at the cat. So that's
Oh Jesus,
was
let's not.
but
I've
I
never
would
been so tired of something.
But I'd like to give a shout out. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, we won't give any more to that stupid meme. I've had enough. Yeah, let's just go. Keep going.
I'm going to give a shout out to Becca, and you can find her on the Slasher app at Scream Queen 721. She gave us a follow on there, so figured I'd repay the favor and give her a shout out on the show. Mr. Poe, you want to shout out anybody?
For sure. A horror author is following me on my personal profile. I hope I don't butcher her name too much. Aliana, and you can find her at Aliana Poe, which is pretty cool. So
Yes. Sounds kind of
Are
fishy.
you related?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, it's just hey, there's other Poes out there, but I'm gonna give her a shout out. I thought it was neat. She published her first novel, and it says check out Eaton on Amazon. So give her a follow on the Slasher app.
Yes. Billy, you're not on the Slasher app yet, right?
No, not yet.
Just can't get away from the Facebook.
No, get rid of the Facebook and Disney app and
There you
all the other app.
He's watching Disney Plus.
I'm watching The Simpsons on Disney Plus.
Yeah, somebody asked me at work if I'd watched the Mandalorian yet. I was like, no, I don't have I haven't subscribed to Disney Plus.
It's not bad.
I'm
It's
I'm
only
already
like
I'm already subscribed
$6
to
a
so
month.
many
Yeah.
services. I'm like, it's getting kind of ridiculous of all these. Like everybody thought in a perfect world it was going to be, you could just get rid of cable service and subscribe to one thing like DirecTV Now and you have more channels. But now that everybody's trying to start their own, it's just too much. It's going to cost like $1 billion a year to like subscribe to all these channels.
Well, that's why
I'm
you
like,
only
I
it's like,
can't.
huh? What has the better shows? And it's like, well, to me, I only have really two. It's like
Yeah,
the
but there's
Disney app
there's still so
and
many though, because
Netflix.
you
Well,
think, well,
Shudder, I guess
I would
three.
like to watch Mandalorian, right? But the Shudder's really good. I like Creepshow, and of course they have the other horror movies on there.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, I really like it because I can find a lot of good stuff on there. Netflix is starting to go downhill a little bit. I think I could probably drop it and not really miss anything. So I figure a lot of these things, like the Mandalorian, I'm just gonna have to wait until it comes out on DVD.
Who knows? I don't know if it will. What do you think it will? You think they'll do
I'm sure it will. I mean, all the other shows.
like $6.99 a month for Disney?
I know, but like I said, I've already got too many. It's getting ridiculous.
Dude, it's kind of overwhelming all the stuff that Disney Plus has. Like, it literally has like everything they ever did. Which I'm surprised they had The Simpsons, but I was like, oh yeah, they did
Yeah, they
buy
bought Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say it's worth it for The Simpsons and like the
I mean, it has all of them.
like the old Goofy cartoons. Like I love that shit growing up.
They have all of Darkwing Duck, and that was it.
Yeah, that's a good one too. They have Gargoyles. Wasn't that Disney?
Yes, they
Yeah,
do have gargoyles, and I read that it's uncut. Like there was an episode that they yanked off the air. They only played it on the air one time, and they took it off. It had something to do with like gun control or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do with a kid with a gun. Well, anyway, on Disney Plus, it's uncensored. It's like there. So all the gargoyle episodes are there.
Sweet. Yeah, maybe if I drop something else, I'll pick that one up. But
yeah, if you drop Netflix, the Disney app's pretty nice. It's cheap.
See, I
which
don't want to.
Longer, it'll be cheap though.
I don't want to drop Netflix. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, wasn't Netflix like $7 when it first aired?
It was cheaper when it first came out. You're right, but when they started streaming, that's when they started going up in price, and then of course they're making their original content. I don't want to get rid of Netflix because I think Nickelodeon and Netflix are going to do something because of this Disney Plus thing with Hulu. So I want to see all my Ren and Stimpy cartoons again. I love that cartoon. So
do you think is that one they'll bring back?
I think so. Well, I think they'll be playing the older ones. You know what I mean?
The older ones. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, you could get those on DVD though.
Yeah, but it'll be streaming on Netflix, so. And then
I mean,
there's also some cool stuff coming out for Netflix. I read there's a new series coming out called V Wars. It's about vampires and stuff, and that's going to be on Netflix. That's coming out soon. So
Right.
Netflix, I agree with you. There's some stuff that are like it's too much, like especially the Stranger Things. I want them to just be done with it already. But
Yeah, and plus Stranger Things, I know you can get that on Blu-ray, and like Target.
that's like the only Netflix
Target's had season 1 on Blu-ray in the special VHS packaging for so long that it's like $10 now to get it there.
oh shit.
Yeah, I think that's like the only Netflix show that you can get on Blu-ray or like actual physical copy. I think.
The Witcher looks pretty good. I would like to maybe hang on
Yes,
for
I
that.
am waiting for The Witcher. I'm waiting. I think it's gonna kick ass. I really do.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty good. So, but like I said, there's just too many. So,
Well, everybody's coming out, and I just subscribed to Troma now just to try it out. It's like $4 a month or $5 a month. So
are you enjoying it? Is it worth our listeners maybe picking up?
I think so. If you're a Troma fan, and I am, you get a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Of course, you get all the original Troma movies, and then they have some other stuff on there. I mean, if you're really into Troma, yes, it's worth it. It really
Okay,
is.
this right here will make or break it for me. Do they have Kevin Costner's first film?
Oh, what was
Something
oh
Beach or Love or Surf or something
oh
like that?
yeah, I believe they do. They have
I'm in
everything
then.
Troma on that fucking thing. So
So we got a
yeah, yeah,
Cannibal the Musical.
I
yeah,
love
they
that
have that.
movie.
Yeah.
That's
Love that movie.
crazy. That's like the guys from South Park's first movie that they did while they were in college.
Yeah, they, um, well, there was something else. Oh, see, I was thinking about maybe doing the Full Moon streaming service because they have their own,
I
but
had that for a
it's
while.
like for like the whole year you can get it for like $53, and then they throw in a free hoodie. So like, hey, I'll do it just for the free hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the Full Moon Features, the streaming service is good. It's not bad. The reason I canceled it is because I went to try out DC, the
hmm
streaming app for DC, which
Yeah.
they pissed me off when they canceled fucking Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I know they're horrible.
So then I
Surprised they keep it
canceled.
still around.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I kind of felt like you did. I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, it's just too much. Everybody's got a damn streaming service. I don't know which one to do, so I just try them all. I just do like for a couple months. If I find that I don't watch it that much, I just cancel it.
There you
Which
go.
I
I
do want
guess.
to get Full Moon again because I did enjoy that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only thing they could start doing now would be if people start doing that. Like, hey, I'll get Disney Plus long enough to burn through Mandalorian, and then I'll
Yeah.
cancel it and get something else. Is they'll probably start doing like, hey, you get it for $5 a month if you sign a 2-year contract. You know what I'm saying? I figure that's the way they're going to eventually go with it.
Hopefully they don't
But
do that.
but with the Mandalorian, what they're doing with the shows, they're only having them an episode a week. They're not like letting it all.
Yeah, which I would prefer. I think Netflix is going to start moving into that too. And I kind of prefer that. I've talked about it before, why I think it's a better idea, but
Apparently, like each episode, at least for the Mandalorian, costs as much as like Game of Thrones did. It costs like 15 million an episode.
I'm sure they're making it back though.
I'm sure they are
They probably
too.
already made it back.
There's only been like 3 episodes, and all 3 of them have been really good.
Like I
It
said,
takes place like after Return, like sometime after Return of the Jedi, but before The Force Awakens.
all right. Yeah, like I said, I
So
can't wait to watch it, but I'll probably just wait until it comes out on some kind of DVD or something. I don't know.
you better hope it comes out physical copy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll have to. All the Star Wars nerds will be all pissed off if it doesn't.
See, I'm hoping
So
now that
Disney be like, haha, that was George Lucas. We are Disney.
well, I'm hoping that they will, if it exists, I'm hoping that they would release the original trilogy with before the special edition. You know what I'm saying? Like the original.
I haven't checked to see if they have the original. Something
Somebody
I've
has.
seen.
Somebody has it.
I remember going to theaters and seeing them,
The
seeing
remakes, the
all three
remastered.
remastered. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. Because you had to watch. Because there was 2 theaters at the time. There was Cinema 7 and Canal Cinemas, and I guess they didn't want to give both of them. They didn't want to give both theaters, but all 3 of the movies. So they switched it back and forth. Like one theater got one movie, and then you had to go to the next theater for the other movie, and it was kind of ridiculous. But
I missed the Canal City. The Canal City Theater was the shit. That's where I saw
yeah, I know.
Jurassic Park and all that.
Yeah, that was a good. That was my favorite theater until they.
But drive-ins too. I also got to see Jurassic Park in the drive-in, which was awesome.
I saw the last thing I remember seeing at the drive-in was Blown Away, and it was a double feature with that and The Shadow
Mhm.
with Alan
I
Oh,
Cumming.
remember.
we saw a double feature. It was a weird double feature. If I'm not mistaken, it was like Sister Act and then like Jurassic Park. It was
Wow.
like something weird. Yeah, it was like something. I was like,
The
okay.
hell?
No. Wait, no. It was Sister Act and Terminator 2.
Still.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
still not really any better.
yeah. And we just like goofed off during Sister Act.
I thought you were going to
We
say
had we
something
had
like,
already seen it on like VHS or something, and they were like, "Where's?" I mean, even though I already seen Terminator 2, I wanted to see it in the drive-in screen.
I thought you were going to say something like Fern Gully and then Debbie Does Dallas.
That match is better than Sister Act and Terminator 2. I'm just saying.
No, it was Ernest Goes to Hell. I'm just kidding. It was Ernest Scared Stupid, and then Hellraiser.
Geez, Vern, it's real hot down here.
Oh, man. So, Mr. Poe,
Yeah.
do you have any headlines for the
Yeah,
weekly
I
world
guess
news?
I guess we're gonna be in the grocery store aisle, and Carrie, you're gonna be in the little seat on the shopping cart, and Billy will be in the shopping cart.
Yay.
So we're gonna read some headlines from the Weekly World News. So the first one on the docket is Ghost of Mr. Rogers thrills Pittsburgh Elementary School. But the principal chases him out. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's go to the other headline here. Geyser erupts in downtown Chicago, and it erupts 29 times a day. Some say it smells like Coors Light.
What?
You say Coors Light?
Yes.
Oh man,
That smells terrible.
it smells like a Four Loko.
Oh, man. And then the next headline we have Biker nerds gone wild. Unicycle gang terrorizes LA. Oh,
Wouldn't it
man.
be easy, like, if that actually did happen? All you have to do is just like push him.
Yeah.
What, you want to do something? Hold on, let me
Oh
give him
no,
out.
being pushed, my only weakness.
And then my last one, it's a headline. It asks a question: Will Turkey pardon Donald Trump? That's for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving, yeah, that works
Yeah.
out perfectly.
And
Shits on
that,
Donald Trump.
and that's all I got. And we can leave the supermarket now.
Yay! All right. Well, speaking of pardoning and Donald Trump, as we announced last week, Podcast for Beneath is putting its total support behind Cthulhu for America.
Yes.
So we are planning on bringing on the apocalypse for 2020.
Bring it. That's what we want.
I'm
And,
ready for that long dirt grave.
There you go. The dirt
We're-
nap.
We're supporting the Dreadlord.
Yes. And you can support them too if you go to CthulhuForAmerica.com. They have a shop there. You can get t-shirts. They got hats, hoodies, sweatshirts. And I believe, Mr. Poe, you are currently wearing
Yes, I
some
have.
apparel?
I got my shirt.
And
Yes,
that's all
I've
he's
been-
wearing.
I'm rocking it right now, and I think I'm even gonna go the extra mile and get one of those little signs made for my yard to confuse the shit out of people.
There you go.
So just put it out there like
They got like speedos. It says that on the. It's wear the speedo.
I don't know if they have.
with the tentacles on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What they do have, which I thought was really cool, for $5, you can donate someone to Cthulhu.
Oh,
So, if you have anybody on your list that you would like to,
Kill. That would be.
offer them up as sacrifice, you can do that on their website there.
I think we should choose one of the people that follow us on our Facebook group and say, look, we're going to choose one of y'all. And,
Films.
there you go.
Yes. We may have to do that. So everybody follow us on Facebook.
And we'll send you to Cthulhu for your
Yes.
demise.
All right. So a new feature I'm gonna start on with this week, and we'll continue it on, is going to be, I think I will call it Tales from Tubi. This will be some movies that I've came across on Tubi TV, which you can download for free on the Roku or your phone. But I'm just really trying to push this Roku thing out there.
Yeah, you can download it anywhere, but yes, let's push the Roku thing. I like that.
Push the Roku. Wink, wink. So for this week, the first episode of Tales from Tubi, 2016, Plank Face. And I should probably give some other credit here because actually Mr. Poe told me about this movie. But I did find it on Tubi after he told me about it.
Yeah, Plain Face. We talked about it a little bit before recording, and it was a nice surprise. Some of these independent features you think is going to kind of be a little silly or whatever. This was a real serious kind of movie. It wasn't funny at all.
When someone says, "Hey, watch a movie called Plank Face,"
yeah,
and see that on the cover it's a guy with like his mask is made out of tree bark. You kind of go into it expecting a comical 80s throwback, but that's
like
not
a
what you
campy slasher type thing.
Yeah, this was all serious. So the little synopsis here is: a man is taken captive by a feral family deep in the woods. They are determined to transform him, body and mind, into one of their own, whether he likes it or not. This was directed by Scott, I hope I pronounced his last name right, Schirmer, and it was written by Scott Schirmer and Brian K. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Brian K. Williams sounds familiar, like he's done other stuff.
Oh,
well,
he has.
If I say the name Brian Williams, you're probably thinking about the guy from the news.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
Brian
exactly. If you search him, yeah.
And it stars Nathan Barrett, Susan Martin, and Bridget McCauley. Like I said, really good. I mean, this movie I was like hooked from the beginning. I was just like, what am I watching? And really, I loved it. It's like one of my favorites now. And I'm glad that I got to watch it for free on Tubi TV. But I will be purchasing the DVD though.
For sure. I think you can. I think they have a website you go to and you can purchase like all their DVDs and stuff.
Yes,
so that'd be worth a physical copy.
Yeah, it's Scott, and again, I hope I pronounced his name right. I'll put a link in the show notes, but it's scottschirmer.com, and then they have a store on there where you can buy their other features. So yeah, but if anybody has Tubi TV, definitely give this movie a shot. It's really good. I really enjoyed it.
For sure.
So that means you, Billy.
Yes, I'll put on the Roku.
Okay.
I do have a movie I would like to mention real quick. I know we kind of we mentioned it on the last episode, and it was The Hills Run Red.
Yes, and I still haven't got to watch it yet. I really want to see it.
I've seen that.
It is awesome. I loved it.
Is that the broken baby mask? I think.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and you can watch it for free on Vudu, on their free stuff where you know.
I need to watch it. I can't remember too much about it. It's been forever.
Now, was it because I remember reading something about it. I think they were saying, whoever it was that was talking about it said it was a really gory movie.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of
gore in it. Yeah, but it's a neat story. It really is, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, there's some gore and blood and all that stuff, but also the idea of the baby mask, and he has kind of like a necklace that has like a pacifier on it, like a baby toy or something. It's weird, but it's so cool and weird,
Well,
you know?
isn't it the movie that has like that scene where it shows like the blood like running down the mountain?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. That's the one. And like I said, I watched it for free on Vudu, and that's one of the ones I want to get as a physical copy because I liked it that much. It was a real good movie.
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out.
Somebody did that. It's like I can't remember who did it. I haven't seen it in forever. The Hills Run Right. I saw it when it first came out, I think.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it came out in 2013 or something like that. And there's a lot of movies that I gotta catch up on.
yeah, we'll definitely have to cover that one in a
I
future episode.
I would love to cover that one. And before I guess we move on any further, we gotta mention that Michael J. Pollard, he passed away. He was on a ton of movies,
Oh yeah,
but
bunch of stuff.
House of a Thousand Corpses in the beginning scene when he's with Captain Spaulding in the store.
Yep.
If you don't know who he is, that scene right there, he does a phenomenal job. And also in other roles he's been in. I think he was on an episode of Star Trek too.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah, the original series he was on.
Yeah, the original series. It was like just one episode. It was a weird episode too. But
yeah, he was in. I'm trying to think. He was in Scrooged with Bill Murray.
yeah, Scrooge. Dude, his work is endless. Like everything he's been in. But if you see his face, you know who he
Yeah,
is.
you know him. Tango and Cash. I remember him in that.
Yeah. I just wanted to shout that out because it happened, I mean, on the 20, not too far, 22nd.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick before we moved on.
Well, before we move on to our feature, Mr. Poe, I believe you read a comic book recently.
Oh yes, yeah. I was like, I read a couple of comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood and Gourd.
Blood and Gourd.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I read the first one. I tried to read all of them, but I read the first one. I really did enjoy that.
Yeah, they definitely gave me that EC comic vibe.
It did.
Tales from the Crypt stuff.
Yeah.
It was really good. Very well written. I love the artwork on it.
No, the artwork was awesome. I mean, I can't, I want to read the other ones too so I can give a better review of it, but I read the first one and I loved it. So I'm glad that you exposed me to that. That was great. I mean, that's a good comic book.
Yeah, and you can find them on Facebook, just facebook.com/Blood and Gourd. And they should have they should have a store in there. Yeah, they have a shop button, so you can click on that and make some purchase through there.
There you go.
All right, so like I said, Thanksgiving is coming up tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, this movie was this was Billy's pick.
Yes.
And
There's not too many Thanksgiving horror movies. I want to say
not a lot. There's not a lot of them.
I can only think
I didn't
two.
realize this was, and then I had heard of Thanksgiving, which I knew,
Yeah,
which I knew we probably shouldn't do that one.
No.
me and Eric saw. We didn't see the first one. I think it was like the second one. It was the one that was made with a bigger budget. It looked really good, but it was still kind of like bad that it was funny
Right.
type movie.
But we watched Blood Rage.
But you know what's funny? Like in the movie, it says because I hadn't seen it in a long time. Like when because I owned the Arrow version. And it was like years ago when I bought it. So when I watched it on Shudder, or not Shudder, but Amazon, it said slash, and I was like, is this the right movie?
Yeah. Whenever I watched it, it had a different title card. But I believe it had several other names. Even after that, I'm trying to remember what they said. It was Blood Rage, Slasher, and then the other name was Nightmare at Shadow Woods. Is
Okay.
that was the cable television title. So
Okay.
so yeah, we watched Blood Rage. Billy, go ahead and start us off. What'd you think of Blood Rage?
First off, the special effects. Once again, I thought this was really good. I thought the kills were fantastic. I thought the guy that played, he actually played two people in this movie. Terry, and what was the other name?
Todd.
Todd.
Todd. I thought that guy did a pretty good job. He looked crazy.
Yeah, because I gotta tell you, I gotta confess something here. When I was watching it, and of course, when we get to the scene later in the film, whenever a character first sees Terry, and they say, "Oh, I thought they think that it's Todd because they're supposed to be twins." I didn't even realize that they were supposed to be twins. And I was like, they don't even look alike. Like, how are these people mistaking these two characters?
It's played by the same
And then
person.
I realized both characters were played by the same actor. And I still don't think that they looked alike.
You know why? It's because one of them's hair was slicked back, the other's hair was missing.
That has to be it. But I was, whenever I saw that it was the same guy, I was like, did they put makeup on him? I just didn't understand what was going on there.
He dressed all poor, and the other one was like rich, dressed all preppy, had his hair slicked back.
Yeah, because I was whenever they show him, the preppy guy with his hair, I was like, it was a great value. Tom Hiddleston is what he looked like.
Big fucking forehead.
Yeah, you could have played this movie on his forehead.
Yeah.
They should have named this Buffalo Bill the Beginning. That's who he reminded me of with the slick back hair. That's who he looked like to me.
I gotta say one thing. The mom irritated me in this movie.
Oh my god.
I don't know why they left. I don't know why she had such a big story. Well, she didn't even really have a story other than just trying to call her boyfriend, who was obviously 2 doors down the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, I don't want to get out of my room.
Now, I have something to say. The mother was absolutely. She should have been in the crazy house. She dressed like an 8-year-old girl. That's how she dressed to me. Like back in the 50s, she had her hair in like the stupid, like I guess like what do you call them, the little ponytails off the side. It was stupid. Yeah, pigtails. There you go. It looks stupid, and I'm like, what is going on here? The mom should be in the insane asylum, I think.
Yeah, she had a weird relationship with her son, and also it was like, it's like, how did you prepare for this role, ma'am? I smoked a lot of cigarettes, had to get my voice real fucking
Drank a lot of vodka.
Yeah, drink a lot of vodka. Operator, to emergency.
Before we move on to anything else, so this movie came out in 1987, and the synopsis for this film is: as kids, Todd is institutionalized for a murder, whilst his twin goes free. 10 years later, on Thanksgiving, Todd escapes, and a killing spree begins in his neighborhood. When I watched the movie, I was highly disappointed that the only Thanksgiving theme in this entire film was a 5-minute scene of them eating Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
That we never mentioned again. I was expecting, or at least hoping, that the killer was going to be dressed up as a pilgrim.
Or a turkey.
A turkey. Or,
Turkey
87, he could have got away with Native American at this.
Or he could have dressed up like cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce. That's not cranberry sauce, which he says several times in the film.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
and
so
it just keeps getting funnier every time I heard it.
Or he could have dressed up as like a Thanksgiving Day balloon or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a big Garfield killing people. That would have been hilarious.
He just had like pieces of the turkey just like taped on him and stuff. He was like,
Or he
But
could have killed people with turkey bones, like the legs, sharpened them to knives and killed them with that.
he could have. Yeah, he could have. They could have been. There could have been an awesome kill scene with the wishbone stabbing in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of pun. You know what I'm saying? Make a wish.
Yeah.
You know.
when I first saw it, I was waiting. I was like, come on, someone get killed by a turkey. I just want him to like shove the turkey inside, like put the turkey on somebody's head, like it's time to get stuffed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if the Thanksgiving scene and where they actually mentioned that they're having Thanksgiving dinner, if that was kind of shoehorned in at the end, just so they can say that it was a Thanksgiving Day themed film.
it's called slash, and they're like, yeah, you can't use that. Well, it was Thanksgiving at the beginning of the movie. Blood Rage.
Oh, there you go. Nothing. Yeah, nothing says Thanksgiving like Blood Rage.
Yeah.
And some houses it probably is that.
Nobody was like decorated, like
I
any of the
think
houses.
I think they were, especially around this time, they were trying to cash in on something because all the other holidays were taken. And like you said, there's not a lot of Thanksgiving horror movies.
Yeah, but this movie came out in May.
Yeah. I didn't say it made sense. I'm just saying.
It was a weird name, or like what was it? Like a what kind of place do they live in? It was like a weird setup.
Yeah,
It was
like an apartment
weird.
complex.
Like a gated community, like a little suburb area. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, something like that.
It was weird.
Yeah, you notice that only white people live there though. So
Yeah. And like there was only like 5 people that lived there. The rest of the house were vacant.
and I think they only had access to one of the apartments because that's the
Yeah.
only one they shot in or outside of. Mr. Poe, what'd you think of the movie altogether?
I agree with Billy. The practical effects, I mean, for the time and it was they were decent. The story, like we talked about, the mom seemed crazy to me, and then the kids, when they were at the drive-through and everything in the beginning, when the murder happened, when one of the twins went psycho, and killed the guy, how come the other kid didn't get any therapy? Like, you know what I mean? Like he just saw his brother hack a guy to death with a hatchet. So there's some things that didn't make sense, you know what I mean? Like I was like, okay, and the whole twin thing, they always do that. Like I don't know why. Like in the 80s and 90s, like it was cool to do something like that. Like they're twins and you don't know who's who. It was just, but other than that, I did like the movie. It wasn't bad, but those are the things I don't like about it.
Wasn't this movie remade with Lindsay Lohan in the early 2000s? Is that the same movie?
Oh.
You know what? Hold up. We need to remake Blood Rage with the Olsen twins.
There you go.
That's what happens. That's what needs to happen.
So, she kills like the people from Full House.
Yeah. But Billy, we were talking before, like a lot earlier, about the scene at the beginning. So the beginning of the movie takes place in a drive-in theater, and the mom and her boyfriend, or I guess everybody in the theater in the drive-in. It cuts to different cars. They're all making out,
They're all
sex,
getting down.
except for the hippie couple.
Yeah.
in the bug. The
They're
woman,
like, they're so stoned, they're like, man, I want to watch this, man. I paid $1 for this.
Yeah, but whenever
And
the
why would
mom,
you want to fuck with your kids in the back?
that's what I was gonna
They
say.
want to hear.
Yeah, well, they're asleep,
Yeah.
But yeah, so they, the kids wake up, they get out of the car because it's a
Did they
station
roll
wagon.
the window down? They open the door because, like, you have, like, your mom must be really deaf if she didn't hear you fucking Like you're in a small like area, and your mom didn't even feel or even hear you get out.
No, man, that was a station wagon from '87. That was a pretty big.
She was too busy fucking.
Yeah, so the kid to get out, and I don't know where he got the machete from.
Well, it was like a hatchet, wasn't it?
Was
Like
it
a little,
I thought it was a
yeah.
machete.
There's a little hatchet.
It was a little
Okay.
hatchet.
Anyways, where'd he get a hatchet from?
I don't know.
Ted Raimi, the guy who was selling condoms, he was like, "Hey man, you got a hatchet."
Yeah, I noticed that too. That Ted Raimi had top billing when I looked at it on the description on Amazon. I was like, okay, cool. And then he's in one scene
Yeah.
selling condoms in the bathroom. But yeah, so they get the hatchet and they just walk up to a random car and I think it was
Naughty
I
or
believe
something.
it was Terry. Proceeds to just chop a guy in the face with the axe. It was good special effects. I enjoyed the special effects.
Like, who lays completely nude in public in a drive-through? I mean, you know what I mean? That's what got me. I'm like, why are they totally fucking naked?
Well, this was '87, and it was a drive-in.
But it was a drive-in. But I don't know. I mean, send us an email at a podcast from Manitha@gmail.com if you've laid butt naked in a drive-through, or drive-through.
Or the drive-through. That'd be interesting.
Apparently, we've been going to drive-ins all wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. I've been going fully clothed,
and actually watching the movie.
Over. Yeah.
Well, I should have been having sex.
I guess so.
I guess since they're a bunch of teenagers, they couldn't have sex in their own house. So like, yeah, I'm gonna take this girl to a place where there's gonna be a fuck fest in this drive-in.
I give you that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody else has the clothes on, they're making out, touching over the clothes. These people are like totally butt-ass naked in the backseat.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, get out of here, kid."
Yeah, hey, man.
Well, the
kid
other
says
problem,
like naughty or this is wrong or some shit. Just to hack his face.
Yeah, well, the other problem too is all the cars that they show only had 2 people in it. When you know that you crammed as many people as you could.
Oh yeah.
In a car to go to the theater, to the drive-in. But yeah, he chops his face up. Like I said, it was really good special effects. But then I keep saying, I want to say that the kid that chopped him in the face was Todd, and he just hands Terry the hatchet and rubs blood on his face.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to tell his mom that Terry's the one that done it.
Todd's like,
that's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way to throw your brother under the bus.
Yeah, and I guess Terry's so distraught that he just saw his brother, hatchet somebody that he doesn't say anything. But
I think Terry had some like weird feelings, like about his mom or something. Cause, well, we'll get to the part where you get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it does a whole 10 years later, and Terry. I have no, because I'm pretty sure there was a twist ending at the end of this movie, and so I'm not for sure which one we're talking about.
One of the twins. It doesn't matter.
When it's 10 years later.
Terry's the one that was actually killing people. Todd was the one who was in the mental asylum.
Well, I know, but there was still some weird twist ending that confused the fuck out of me. Anyways, the mom was going to the insane asylum to visit one of the kids, and for some reason we have a voiceover of the therapist.
Oh my god, killing me! Like,
it was just so weird, like out of place.
Yeah, she was freaking out, and then she calmed down, and then as soon as she said she calmed down. Yeah. 5 seconds of her flipping out, and she's like, and then she calmed down.
My exposition, I'm just telling you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It was just weird. Just a weird movie.
Well, what was his name? Todd came and what'd she give him? Then he started.
It was one piece of pie that she tied up with a string.
No, he throws it against the wall.
Yeah, I don't understand like I don't understand what the whole like I know as the viewers, we know that Terry's the one that actually done the killing, and he set Todd up, and so Todd is the one in the mental institution.
Mm-hmm.
It Todd's a little pussy. Like, take up for yourself, man. Like,
That's what I'm saying. So, but why? I mean, I know he saw his brother hack somebody in the face, but did that instantly make him like to me like both of them should have been locked up? You know what I'm saying?
it's just, it comes down to this. Todd's a giant pussy.
Or
So,
Terry? We don't know.
so basically, what they did with this is that Todd, this whole time his brother's locked up in the insane asylum, has not killed anyone. Like, he's just been normal. He's got a
Right.
girlfriend, everything. His brother comes out and he decides, hey, I hate him that much. How can you hate your brother that much? Like, I have a brother that he annoys me, but I don't hate him. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
going to
and
frame him
he's
for
never.
murder.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's never chopped somebody in the face.
Exactly. So I don't get that, and especially twins. You know how twins have that close connection. It's kind of weird, but I don't know why this movie did it that way. You know what I mean? Like, he was normal, and then his brother comes out and he goes into fucking murderous rage. I don't
He
get it.
wanted that weird attention for his mom. He's like, you know what? There's not enough room for mom's weird love for both of us. I'll take all the love.
I'm just gonna slaughter all these people and get them put back in the insane asylum.
Yeah, like I said, I think they were setting it up for their big twist ending, but it just didn't work. So we're not gonna. I don't want to dance around that too much right now. Let's go with Mr. Poe. What was your favorite kill?
My favorite kill is probably the funniest one. And it's the one when the therapist gets cut in half. I just think I laughed at that part. It was funny to me. She's just screaming the whole time, and her legs get pulled out. She's like, ah! I just thought it was fucking funny as shit.
Yeah, that was a good one. Billy, what was your favorite kill?
When that one guy, when they were looking for Todd, that guy was with the woman, the doctor that got killed. He came up to Todd or Terry. He's like, "Whoa, you kind of look like your brother," or something. He ends up just like having the machete go through him. He's like, "Yeah." I like that kill.
Yeah, that was a good one.
My favorite, and it.
Even the boyfriend too.
The what?
The boyfriend. He cut his hand off with like the beer in his hand.
Oh yeah.
I wish they would have chop him in the head, but they didn't show that part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with and I don't know what the characters' names were, and I don't know why they were in the movie other than the death scenes. But I guess one of the neighbors was this female, and she had a date over, right? This nerdy guy.
Yeah.
And of course she has a baby. She has a baby also, and I don't know why they've done that either. But she goes into the bedroom to get changed into something more comfortable, and somebody knocks at the door. So the boyfriend goes to the door, and then we just kind of hear noise. We kind of hear the death happen off screen. So when she comes back out into the living room, she's looking for her date. And then she hears another knock at the door, so she looks at the peephole, and she sees her boyfriend.
So what are you doing?
She's like, "What are you doing out there?" And she opens the door, and it's just his head hanging from an extension cord.
Yes.
I'm like,
you didn't see that?
Yeah, you didn't see the blood on his face or the extension cord?
Or that weird look on his face, like, "Hey, I'm dead."
Yeah. And then, of course, he chases her back in. But like I said, I don't know why they only had, like those characters had nothing to do with anybody else.
Exactly.
I don't know why they were there, but
that's why it was weird.
They were babysitting Terry. Remember Todd or Terry was with that girl, and she was babysitting that woman's child.
Were they?
Because
he was there the whole time with the baby. I don't.
It was weird. It was like he was like, "Yeah, you guys should be drinking. You guys are underage." He's like, "Oh, we're over 18." It's like, no, you're not. Like, only 10 years have passed. You're not that old.
I mean,
This movie's
technically
got
they were all
balls.
35, but
Yeah.
And that's where I think I agree with you, Carrie. I think that's where this movie went wrong. They're like, I understand killing the therapist or whatever she was, a psychiatrist, and then his family, but two people that were just on a date, and they just happen to be neighbors. Why are you going around killing them?
yeah,
It
because I
didn't
guess
make
the
any
whole
sense.
thing
It didn't
is
tie
He
in
wanted
enough.
witnesses, He just wanted, like, I want
They
to
were
bet
they,
anything with Todd.
they
yeah, but
were
they weren't
just
witnesses.
fine.
Yeah,
They were swimming. They were gonna go swimming. That's it.
but I'm assuming what was supposed to be going on is so Todd or Terry was the original killer when they were
Hmm.
kids, and then Todd or Terry got locked up in a mental institution, and one of them went free. And then whenever Todd or Terry found out that Todd or Terry escaped, Todd or Terry didn't want him to spill the beans on that he was the one that actually killed the guy at the beginning. So Todd or Terry started killing people so that everybody would think Todd or Terry was the killer because he escaped from the mental institution, and that's why he killed the shrink. But I don't understand why he killed people that weren't involved at all or knew nothing about it.
Because he has a thirst for blood.
Oh
You mean
man.
he has a blood
That's
rage?
why it was called Blood Rage. Oh, and another funny part, it's like when he killed I think the boyfriend and the therapist, he went and changed clothes.
Yeah.
He just put it in the fucking trash can, like in the kitchen, and like the mother finds it, and she like flips out. So you think, oh, she knows. She knows
Yeah,
the truth.
the mom character. Let's go back to the mom character for a minute because when she finds out that Todd or Terry escaped from the mental institution, for some reason she fucking loses her mind, right?
Hmm.
She is. So there's a scene where she's sitting in the kitchen floor in front of the refrigerator with her nightgown on, eating green beans and corn and shit with her hands. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What's
Well,
going
he
on with
wasn't
this
it?
lady?
And she's like frantically like vacuuming and chain smoking and drinking bottles of wine and calling the wrong phone number trying to get over her boyfriend who was just in the fucking office of the apartment buildings. And she's calling like the operator and you're being connected to the wrong number and I'm just like, why is this in the movie? She should have been the first victim whenever Todd or Terry found out that Todd or Terry had escaped. Todd or
You ever,
Terry
like,
should have killed the mom.
in the beginning of the movie when she told her kid, like, yeah, we're gonna get married, like his whole demeanor changed. He was like, inside you're like, yeah, this guy's gonna go flip out. He did. He ended up killing. He's like, no one gonna fuck my mother but me.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody. You're dead. Yeah, she had a weird relationship with her kid. I thought, even though he didn't show it, it kind of like it just felt weird.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of stuff missing from this film.
Yes,
But
it was
all of the friends, like
Warner.
the friends of Todd or Terry that they're hanging out with, um, they were all kind of, I don't know, like they didn't really develop their characters a lot either. They just kind of felt out of place, or just they kind of felt like background extras that
Yeah.
that we really didn't need to know a lot of information about. But then they
Those two
tried to give
guys.
us, but then they tried to give us a lot of information. I'm just like, I don't really care
Yeah.
about this guy's past relationship problems, or it was weird. And then you have Todd or Terry's dating the one girl, but then Todd or Terry's trying to get with the new girl that just moved to town or is on vacation from school or whatever. And then you have I guess his two friends. And then one of the friends was also trying to get with his girlfriend, when they were playing Atari together. It was weird.
Yeah,
I
this
thought one
movie
of
is
the
all
two
sorts of weird.
guys should have been like a greaser. He had like the whole like. He sounded like he should be a guy wearing like a fucking leather jacket. Hey, Thad, your mother's crazy. You're fucking weird. No, like, oh man, the ending made me fucking laugh.
Yeah.
I,
Well, that's
oh
what I
my
was.
god.
Yeah, because I mean, it ends up coming down to the obviously the final girl, which is the girlfriend, and
Oh wait, can we add one thing? Todd or Terry, the one that escaped and was like trying to save people, he did a shit fucking job. Like every time he saw his brother, he's like, oh, he got like spooked and
yeah,
he
and ran
fucking
away.
yeah.
Yeah,
The only person he saved was that little girl, and it's like, does that little girl live in that house by herself?
she must have
Because
been.
yeah, because
Well,
like the girl was like
it's
knocking frantically, and the girl's like, get out of here.
you gotta remember it's
This is
Thanksgiving.
true,
Of course she's home
yeah.
alone.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
but the ending, man, I fucking started laughing. I was like, man, your mom really hates you.
Yeah, because like, well, it comes down to the end. It comes down to our final girl, which is the girlfriend
Yeah.
of Todd or Terry. And of course, he's chasing her around. She's discovering all the bodies. Um,
And he's
it,
chasing. He's like, cranberry sauce. This isn't
yeah, this
cranberry sauce.
isn't cranberry sauce. That's what he kept saying. But one weird thing is though she like hid it in a closet that was outside of the apartment. Bill, I don't know what it was, and he knows that she's in there. But instead of killing her, I guess he knows that she's going to see the other bodies in there. He's going to come running out. He goes and drags another body over and sets it on the couch and like sits behind it, waving its hand at her when she comes out of the. I was like, what the fuck? But she's like running out, and she ends up in the apartment of the couple that I was talking about, and grabs the baby, and like now she's running around with a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just leave the kid in the crib. It would have been fine there. Why are you now running around with it? With a guy chasing you with a machete. It's weird. But she runs all the way into the pool. I guess this place has like a pool house. And just sits down beside the pool like everything's fine now.
Oh,
And that's when Todd or Terry come in. And then Todd or Terry also comes in. So now we have our two characters
and they had this weird fight in the
together.
water.
Well, before they even get in the water, I mean, obviously, like I said before, it's played by the same. Todd or Terry were both played by Mark Soper. And this was the scene where you could really tell because whenever they were shooting like a reverse angle of one of them, the other actor had like the worst wig ever.
That must have been exhausting. that whole shoot.
To
You know
like
what I
do the
mean?
same scene, yeah, back and forth.
Yeah, that must have been. I commend them for that. I mean, they at least stayed, committed to it to where they're like, hey, we're gonna do this scene. So
Yeah.
even though it came off kind of funny, it's still, you know what I mean. The whole process of it must have
Yeah,
been
because
heavy.
they didn't attempt any like they didn't attempt to shoot him like side by side or anything. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like they do in most movies. It was just when you seen one, it was you were looking behind the other guy. Yeah, so they have like a tussle and
Yeah, it
uh,
was a weird fight in the water. I don't know
yeah,
what they were doing.
they end up both of them end up in the pool, and then Todd or Terry gets out, and then it looks like the other Todd or Terry is just maybe passed out in the pool, and the girlfriend, which I think her name is Julie, but I don't care. Um,
He helps Todd or Terry out of the pool.
No, she doesn't. She gets
Yeah,
down. She gets down and kind
grabs
of
him.
reaches in, and is like just keep saying, "Come on, come on, come closer," so I don't have to actually get in the fucking pool. No, he
Yeah,
he basically gets out on his own because she's fucking helpless.
and then the mother comes, and all right, and this right here gets me. It's like the mother's like,
Well,
do
no,
you not
first Todd, no,
recognize?
first first Todd or Terry tries to shoot Todd or Terry, but there's no bullets in the gun.
Oh yeah.
And then
Rookie mistake.
and then that's when the mom comes in, and she has a gun that she got from somewhere. I don't know where it came from.
See, this is what gets me. It's like, woman, you know what your son was wearing, but yet you thought that you killed Todd, because after she shoots Terry or whoever, she the other, the kid, the child that was in the mental institution comes to her in there. She's like hugging him. She's like, I don't need anybody else. You're the one. You're the love of my life. You, Terry. And he's like, I'm Todd. And she's like, no, no. And he's like, I'm Todd. I'm Todd.
But see, that was the part. That was the part that I just didn't understand. What,
But it's like
what were they trying to do? Were they trying to, so let's just say for argument's sake, Terry was the kid in the beginning that actually killed the guy in the car, right? And he blames Todd for it. Now Todd goes to the mental institution, and Terry grows up with his mom, for the next 10 years. So did she really kill the kid that was innocent by mistake, or did she think that she was killing Todd, who was innocent, the one that was locked up the whole time, because she liked Terry better?
I don't know. See, she literally thought, because remember in the beginning, the psychiatrist, she was trying to tell her that, like, she don't think the kid that was in there really did anything, and she was like not hearing it. That's why she flipped out. So I think that she liked Terry. She thought that Todd was actually the killer, but but at the end, it's like you saw what your son was wearing, but yet you didn't realize it when you were shooting him, that you were shooting the wrong son. Well, she shot the right kid. But it's like you shot the wrong kid. Like
she wanted to
that
kill.
was your fucking son.
Yeah.
He had his hair slicked back, and your son that was in the institute had like wild hair, and you didn't realize it. You dumb bitch.
I don't know. I just thought
kills herself. I was like,
yeah. She kills herself, and the girlfriend just like
she bails. She's like, well, that's my kid.
And then just kind of walks away. Walks away with the baby. Yeah, a very not what I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I was expecting more Thanksgiving. Some clever kills with wishbone, turkey baster, something like that.
Dressed up as cranberry sauce, murderous cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting 1 5-minute scene of people having Thanksgiving dinner, and then that's all it's mentioned about Thanksgiving. But like I said, I mean, just like we've all agreed, very good special effects, pretty good death scenes. Nothing that I would say was there any of the death scenes that were kind of original that you'd never seen before anywhere else?
That's a hard one.
Nothing imaginative.
No.
Not really.
Just a lot of chopping with a machete.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But I don't think I'll be watching this one again next year for Thanksgiving.
What would you give it? What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I've got to give this one. I'm gonna give it a 3.
3
out of 10, and that's only because Ted Raimi was in it.
I'm gonna give it a 5 for me.
You give it a 5? Woohoo!
Yeah.
Mr.
I mean, it wasn't
Pope?
boring. It didn't really wasn't those type of movies that's like, oh my god, already, let's end it.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I bought it. I bought it before I bought the movie before I even watched it. The reason why I bought it because like the cover of the Arrow video looked fucking cool, and I was like, I have to own this.
Yeah.
What's on the cover? Because the cover I'm looking at on IMDb.
No, it's not that war with the fucking blade and has this. No, that's not it.
Yeah, this has like a Rambo knife that we never seen in the film with a woman's face reflecting in it.
I have the movie at my house. I can't remember, but I remember like loving the cover, and I was like, I have to own this. Plus, like Arrow, they always got like really cool artwork for the movies that they release.
Well, you know what they say, never judge a book by its cover, but apparently it's one you should have. Mr. Poe, what's your rating?
I'm going to give this one a 4.
A 4?
And
okay.
yeah, the reason I'm giving it a What's up?
At 345.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
bad. We
It's
didn't plan
weird.
it out either.
No. The reason I give it a 4 is, practical effects, and it's really hard to do a movie with a guy playing two different parts.
It's in the
And
80s.
yeah, exactly, 87, I believe. So it's I kind of give him a tip of the hat to him, trying to do a twin movie, especially killer, and then they have that end scene where they fight each other. It wasn't terrible, and I kind of agree with Billy too. I wasn't like, oh my God, when is this piece of crap going to be over? I actually enjoyed watching it, and I've seen it twice. So I saw it once, I think, last year around this time, and then I watched it again for the episode to refresh my memory. But yeah, that's why I give it a 4.
Hmm. All right. Well, before we move on here, let's. I've got some trivia. I know you guys like trivia.
Yay!
So the film was actually shot in 1983, but wasn't released in theaters until 87.
Wow.
So that explains a lot of the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
They were
Of course,
too far in the beginning of the 80s.
yeah. Of course, we've mentioned it before, but this was the debut of Ted Raimi, who cameos early as the kid selling condoms at the drive-in theater. He was
Cool.
19 at the time.
Wow. Golly.
This is before Evil Dead 2, yeah. Evil Dead 2
very
came
good
out, what,
movie.
87?
Evil Dead 2 was, I believe. I can't remember though.
But
It seemed like
think
earlier than that.
I know the original Evil Dead actually like filmed in like 79, I think.
Yeah.
But it didn't really get released till what, 80, 81?
Yeah, somewhere
Something like
around
that,
there.
yeah.
Was Ted Raimi? I can't remember. Was Ted Raimi even in the original, or he might have just like doing the crew stuff?
Yeah. Producer Maureen Cantor stepped in to play the role of Dr. Berman when the actress that was originally cast never showed up.
So they did see, and that's another thing. I thought the chick looked different. You know what I mean? Like it confused me. Like the doctor, so she was the lady at the
The beginning,
hospital,
yeah. The one
and
that gets
then they
chopped
got
in.
someone else to play it. that,
She
that
did
explains
this
a
one
lot.
scene and was like, "Yeah, this movie fucking sucks."
Yeah.
I became an
I'm
actor to star in good movies.
I'm gonna go be on Knots
No,
Landing.
what
Screw
happened is
this.
she showed up in a pilgrim outfit, and it was just like, you said it's a Thanksgiving movie.
Oh man.
Initially released in theaters as Blood Rage in March of 1987, by May the title was changed to Nightmare at Shadow Woods in other
Which is
regions,
a
I guess.
stupid title.
Yeah,
Took place in
it's
the
too
woods.
long.
There's like 3 scenes that took place in the woods. That was it.
Yeah. The film was isn't that what the name of wasn't the name of the housing development, Shadow Woods?
I don't.
Yeah,
I believe it was, yeah.
I think it was, but I mean, I agree with Bill. That's too long of a title. So, whatever.
The film was originally titled Slasher before it was released as Blood Rage. The 3-disc Arrow Video Blu-ray includes the Slasher title card opening, which Bill, you mentioned, and I mentioned it because when I watched it on Amazon, it still has the same.
Yeah, it's Slash, and I was like, wait. I was like, is this the
Yeah,
same movie?
that's what I thought. I was like, I clicked
So I
on the wrong
fast
damn
forward a
movie.
little bit. I was like, oh, okay, this is the right
Yeah.
one. Then I rewind it back.
Most of the characters are wearing Nike apparel, with the logo being prominently shown in many shots. So I
Yeah,
guess
they
maybe
wanted
Nike.
that plug,
I
free
guess
stuff.
like Nike probably regretted that immediately.
We want you to pull the movie. That's why they had to change the name and stuff. We don't want our brand to be.
The original movie was called Just Do It.
Let's do it.
But then they had
He did it.
yeah.
That's what Jerry and Todd's mom said. Just do it.
Just do it.
An EC Etcher drawing of a hand is seen on the wall of Brad's office just before Brad's hand is cut off by Terry or Todd. We don't know yet.
Golly.
So that was That was definitely a weird one. I just, like I said, I really didn't enjoy it a lot. I enjoyed the kills.
Yeah.
A lot of the acting was horrible. The dialogue was fucking non-existent. Just it's just I just didn't like it. Didn't care for it at all, really.
Yeah, fair
Uh,
enough.
but you know, we had to pick a Thanksgiving movie, and like I said, I didn't want to watch Thanksgiving.
Hopefully next year,
Next
Eli
year,
Roth will
do
finally
Thanksgiving.
make thank,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving the slasher movie.
What was his called? Well, I thought his was called Thanksgiving.
No,
No, it was called Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Was it just called Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cheap.
Apparently, it's been in development for apparently he wrote the script with the guy that I'm pretty sure. Well, this is the guy that directed the new Spider-Man movies. Before he got big into Marvel movies,
Mm-hmm.
him and that one guy decided to write a horror movie. Because I'm pretty sure the guy that's directing the new Spider-Man movies, I'm pretty sure he did Clown. And after that, they were going to write Thanksgiving together. And I think they did write a script, but I don't know. I think it's just laid on the table until Eli Roth's like, hey, let's finally get this made.
There you go. All right. So, are you planning on eating a lot of food tomorrow, Mr. Poe?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a little Thanksgiving dinner here at the old house, and we're gonna have the whole thing: turkey, stuffing, mashed
Cranberry
potatoes, all that
sauce?
good stuff.
Deviled
Yeah,
eggs?
cranberry sauce too, and we're gonna put on Blood Rage, and watch it.
There you go. What's
You
your
got deviled eggs? Can't have
Oh
Thanksgiving
yeah,
without deviled eggs.
oh yeah, you gotta have that.
do you put the
Oh,
do you
favorite.
sprinkle the paprika on top?
Yep, you gotta do
Alright.
that too.
I'm coming to your house tomorrow.
All right, well come on.
Yeah.
The
What's your
girlfriend
favorite?
finally made some for the first time, and I had her use spicy mustard.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
sounds sexy.
Damn.
What's your favorite food to eat Thanksgiving?
Oh, mine,
Yeah,
Deviled eggs.
cranberry sauce, man. I love
cranberry
it.
sauce.
I
Billy
love
likes the deviled eggs. So you're gonna give her
Here?
Billy, after you eat the deviled eggs, you're gonna give her you're gonna give her a Dutch oven.
For Dutch oven. And then I'll be dead, and then someone's got to take over.
Yeah.
Somebody was killed. Billy from the famed podcast from beneath was found dead yesterday. His girlfriend says Dutch oven.
Yeah, and it was a better story than Blood Rage.
Yeah, Blood Rage.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with just turkey, but I would say my favorite though would be the day after when you can make a leftover turkey sandwich
Oh,
with
hell
the
yeah.
stuffing on it and the cranberry sauce.
Do you like the cornbread stuffing or do you like regular stuffing?
I would prefer like actual real stuffing, not like stovetop, but I'll eat whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn out for a while on like cornbread stuffing. No, I mean like homemade corn. My mom or my dad and mom, they make homemade cornbread stuffing.
Hmm.
And it's good, but like I just like regular homemade stuffing. Just kind of got burnt out on the cornbread.
Also the pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie, man.
Oh yeah, pumpkin. I forgot about pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
Recently learned. I guess if you want like a some trivia that's not horror movie related, pumpkin pie doesn't have any pumpkin in it.
Huh.
Apparently, you can't eat pumpkin. Apparently, it's nasty. So, pumpkin pie is basically a type of squash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
because
saw
I
you.
guess
Have you? Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
technically there's no like the pumpkin and the squash are kind of related, and I guess like the filled pumpkin, which is what we carve for jack-o'-lanterns,
Yeah.
like you can't like I guess they're nasty. Like nobody eats them, but they but I guess a squash or whatever they use is close
Yeah,
enough
pumpkin
to a
pie is
pumpkin.
better than squash pie.
Yeah. I don't think people would
Yeah.
like it if it was called squash pie.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well,
oh,
but
that sounds disgusting.
just like with the just like with pumpkin spice, that's not pumpkin flavored. Um, a pumpkin spice is just all the spices that you would put on in a pumpkin pie. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Have y'all seen that picture? It's like, it's the only way to eat pumpkin pie, and they just have like the pie, and it just like just smothered in whipped cream. And I was like, hey, that's not how you eat a pumpkin. Well, you can eat a pumpkin pie like that, but pumpkin pie's good.
I saw that picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's good with a lot of whipped cream, but I can eat it without whipped cream.
See, I won't be able to eat anything until Friday because Billy and myself will be at work on Thanksgiving.
So we'll be getting the leftovers. Hopefully,
Yes,
if there's no deviled eggs, there will be some fucking blood rage going on.
that's right. They'll probably just serve us Gino's pizza.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're supposed to be getting meals for work. I think they're getting it from Bob Evans.
I'd prefer Gino's pizza.
Yeah, I think last year they gave us I think it was Shoney's. I think last year.
I don't remember. All right, so Mr. Poe, where can they find you on the internet and the TV?
They can find me on Twitter at They Call Me Mr. Poe. Same thing for Instagram, and same thing for the Slasher app as well. And of course on B Movie TV, they got everything revamped. The whole station. They got the whole thing redone. New shows coming out, but also you can catch my show Sundays at 8 on the Roku. B Movie TV.
On the Roku. You know, when you first told me about B Movie TV, I just kept thinking of that movie UHF.
Yeah. Oh no, that's exactly how I see it.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
The only thing I've ever seen Michael Richardson in besides in Seinfeld.
Yeah. That's who I feel like when I'm on my channel, on my show. I feel like.
Just don't drop the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of that, they had a thing. They had like a picture of Dave Chappelle. It was like a couple pictures had like dialogue underneath it, and it said he was at the comedy. Was it something factory? Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
He looks at the audience. He looks back. He's like, "Does this remind y'all that Kramer fucked up?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Billy, where can they find you on the internet?
They can find me at Basalt Wizard.
That's it? You're just Basalt Wizard?
Yeah, Basalt Wizard.
All right.
Basalt Wizard.
That needs to be a movie.
Yeah.
That just needs to be a movie.
All right, and you can find me.
We had a running joke. How I forgot how Basalt Wizard came about or something. I can't remember. It was good times.
Good times. Can't remember it, but it was good times. Well, you can find me on the Twitter at 1313 Inc. And of course, the show is on there. You can find the show there. You can find. You should join our Facebook group for the show. We have a Facebook group and we have a Facebook page. And it's really confusing for me because I can't remember which ones I've posted to, so I may try to get rid of one of them. I just don't know which one's the better one to keep around the group of the page. Really confusing. But you can find us there, and you can find information on this show, the Poe and Gourd podcast, and Beers and Brews on our website, and that is 1313inc.wordpress.com. And if no one else has anything else.
No, just Cthulhu 2020.
That's right. And everybody enjoy Turkey Day. And make sure you eat a lot of cranberry sauce.
If all you people listening, if you just send me pictures and videos of you eating your deviled eggs, I really appreciate it.
There you go. Some kind of new food porn Billy's got going on there.
There you go.
Yeah, so happy Thanksgiving, and
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims.